Hinges when you drop a little bread on this. Oh my god. Okay. A sudden focus on weight for no real reason is something you should talk to a therapist about. It's not the trajectory of his weight, or more so what his life, what it could lead to. Well, no, the thing is, like, I don't want to end up, like, I saw this, where is it?
Hotel, and then they have they have like a little roped off area for like a smoking area, like the dedicated smoking area in airports, right? It's like roped off. Why don't they fucking have that for obese people? I'm sure,
Yep.
I know they don't have that for like heroin users, but like, right? Why do we not shame people
Yep.
who are morbidly obese? Like, it's bad for them. You go to like a hotel, and then they have they have like a little roped off area for like a smoking area.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want this girl to put me in a camp, okay? It was out of context, by the way. She was retelling a joke. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like something like that is just, it's so stupid. You don't, I don't even get, I'm not mad about this. Because, like, for one, I'm not fat, so, like, it doesn't have anything to do with me. And number two, it's just, it's so dumb that I'm not even mad because it's just so dumb. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's just fucking, it's fucking stupid. But you're getting fat? Yeah, sure. She's not wrong. Well, you put them in the fat, so you put them in the fat only section. How do they leave? It's just, listen, I said this before, right? Is that I think the healthy at any size thing, they don't. Healthy at any size is bullshit. Okay? Like, one of the contributing factors, I don't like to say this a lot, right? Contributing factors, my mom. She was overweight, massively overweight. You know why you don't see a lot of really old fat people? It's because they're dead. It's because they're fucking dead. And that's what happens. Being fat, especially morbidly obese, like if you're 20 pounds overweight, nobody, come on. But if you're morbidly obese, this is not good for you, man. And I'm sick of pretending like it's an alternate lifestyle. It's an inferior lifestyle. It's bad. So is drinking soda all the time like I do. There's a lot of things that everybody does that are bad. But I think normalizing it and making people think that it's just okay, it's a different way of living, is very dangerous. And it costs everybody money because you have to pay whenever somebody like that goes to the hospital. Your lifestyle isn't that much better, though? Yeah, but the difference is I'm not trying to normalize my lifestyle and say that everybody should live the way that I live, or that the way that I live is equivalent to a more healthy lifestyle. See, that's the difference. Anyway, let's go back over. We're going to read the rest of this. Big fan of Asmongold TV. Hope Asmongold sees this. People who have drunk breast milk as an adult, what does it taste like? Let's just scroll down. Whenever a WoW Andy talks shit about Final Fantasy 14, projection. He knows it. We know it. What's this?
Do you wash your hands? Don't need to. Got a clean dick. Let me explain. Hey,
That's
there
true.
we go. Homage. See? Homage. You know, have anyone else remember this? You know when you're at school, I like how people are picking up on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for the Asmon. You know when you were in school or college or university?
Okay. I thought he was going to explain the whole thing. Sounds like different on the other account. Yeah, he does. It's because he's probably farther away from the mic, and he might be using a different mic as well to record. Best toothbrush stream ever. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking doing that, but yeah, there you go. I remember 4 years ago, I asked you to stream why you don't have a sub button with like 3K viewers. Times change. Well, apparently not. Warcraft 2 rumored to be happening at Legendary. I mean, I have literally, it's targeted harassment at someone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so look, why can't you just make an animated series like a normal fucking company, Blizzard? Castlevania, Arcane. What are some of the other ones that we've got now? The other animated series, we got The Witcher. Well, that one sucked though. Dota. No, I watched the Witcher animated movie. I thought it was terrible. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Trash take? No, I think it was absolutely awful. Yeah, I think it was absolutely awful. Like it was like the story with like Vesemir. Yeah, I thought it was horrible, man. It was watchable, not trash. Oh yeah, you're right. It was like, okay, yeah, it was not that bad. Like, but I would say it's like a 4. It's not worthy of being canonized in the Witcher universe. Okay, just count that as a as an L, man. Next season of Witcher is coming this month. Yeah, I know that. It was inaccurate to lore. The Saki of Kaer Morhen, I don't remember, like, a lot of the lore of that well. I never really spent a whole lot of time with that or thinking about it. Time's out tomorrow? Damn, that's crazy. Wasn't at all. Yeah, I can't really say one way or another. Witcher games are inaccurate to the lore if you go by the books. Yeah, but I think that the games are an expansion on the lore. And rather than like, I think the movie is just a deviation. And it's like, the problem is that, like, if you deviate from the books and it's better, then it's completely fine. But if you deviate from the books and it sucks, well, then you shouldn't have deviated from the fucking book, idiot. See what I'm saying? Shows accurate books to you. It's super entertaining. Yeah, Game of Thrones. Obviously, that's the best example. Either way, I don't think that it's fucking healthy to be overweight, okay? If you're morbidly obese, you need to look at your life and change it. Or it's not going to last that long. Well, it could still last that long, but it would probably last longer if you weren't morbidly obese. That's about it. It's contrast between body positivity, acceptance, and healthy lifestyle. I feel like body positivity and acceptance, like showing people that are morbidly obese and in like these lifestyle things as like a front of magazines and stuff like that. I would prefer if that was not the case. I think that's unhealthy. I think it sets an unhealthy precedent, and I think it's the same thing as like showing a really good parallel to this, ironically, is with smoking. Is like you don't show a lot of people smoking nowadays because you know of how unhealthy it is. And I think, and you don't want to encourage more people to do it. And so if showing that in any sort of a positive way is encouraging smoking, wouldn't by the same degree of logic mean that showing a massively morbidly obese person, wouldn't that just be a promotion in the same way? I'm not a fan of it, man. I think that it's very bad. Someone else's weight is none of my business. There are a lot of things that are none of my business, but I still have an opinion about them, okay? And you're right. Like, I'm not saying we should, like, I'm not arguing that we need to have a fat-only section at IHOP. Yeah. It's different to not hate yourself because of the way that you, like, I think, like, making fun of somebody because they're fat, like, does this really help? Like, usually I think fat shaming and making fun of people because they're fat doesn't really help. Now, sometimes it does. There are times that people get fat shamed and they lose weight. Now, is this at the expense of their mental health? Is that the expense of other long-term mental side effects? I think that sometimes that is the case. Usually, I think that somebody just gets made fun of for being fat and they just stay fat and they feel bad about it. So you get the worst of both worlds. I try not to make fun of people for being fat unless they're making fun of me. Make fun of the way I look, and I'll do the same. You fat as hell, boy, shut up. Freedom of choice is not our job to judge, it's for a higher power. I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like, to a certain degree, whenever you're talking about, like, symbols and the way that society should be, there is a certain amount of, like, accepted social behavior that everybody kind of has to agree with. And if you can't even have a conversation like that, because, like, what I'm saying is, like, this is never true for anybody who says that, because I can come up with, like, 50 other examples that you would disagree with, right? It's their body, their choice. Well, how do you feel about porn? How do you feel about pornography and, you know, showing magazines with, like, girls' boobs out in like in a marketplace or something like that with, like, younger people? Like, there are a million different ways that this logic, and with smoking too, big asses too. Yeah, I don't mean to discriminate, but there are a million other ways that this logic immediately falls apart. So I think, like, discussing it, the merits of it is better than discussing whether it should exist at all. You know, it'd be a nice surprise when you return to streaming on Maine, have a nice clean shaved head. Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Is it ironic that you're wearing an army shirt while having this convo? I don't know. It baffles me as people make fun of being skinny, but then I make fun of them for being fat and I'm a villain. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I've said this before, is that upwards discrimination, punching up, is completely acceptable in our culture. It's okay for skinny people, or sorry, it's okay for fat people to make fun of skinny people. You know, you call a girl like a bunch of skinny bitches. That's totally fucking fine, totally fucking okay. You know, you see a poster up there and it's got a skinny model in a bikini, and then suddenly that's a problem. You can call skinny people bad names, but you can't call fat people bad names. You can make fun of people for being tall and be more outwardly disparaging or goofy about it, but if you do that up against short people, well, in that case, you're literally punching down. It's the same thing with races, right? That's why people think it's okay to be negative towards white people, but it's not okay whenever white people are negative towards black people. It's the same reason why women can say that men are trash, and the reason why men can't say that women are trash. There's another one, let's see. Oh, it's the reason why you can say eat the rich, but not eat the poor. There are so many examples of this in our culture that it's mind-boggling. And it's because people in general in the culture are okay with punching up. I don't agree with it. I think it's bad. But this is relevant all over. No, I'm gonna shave your head. Please stop asking me about if I'm gonna shave my head, man. Oh my God. Chill out. But obviously, this is only my opinion, of course. No punches. Yeah, I think you shouldn't punch anybody unless they punch you. That's always been my opinion about things, is that if somebody punches me, I'm going to try to punch them back. But other than that, I want to kind of live and let live. I don't punch down, I don't punch up, I punch back. It's kind of what I've always said. You have a girlfriend? No, I don't. It turns out that living in my room, living in my house, and not having sheets on my bed, that's a non-starter for a lot of girls. I didn't even know that. I didn't know you were supposed to change your sheets at all. I thought it was like a carpet, you know? It's not how it works. But yeah, no mere mortal can live with Asmongold. I know that there are, every once in a while, there are girls that think that, oh, I can change him. No. Please, sweetie. No. You truly are a fiend. Yeah, exactly. Izzy is a very nice girl, and she did her best to make me a normal human being. And she made me shower more often. That was a lot. And there was a few other things too, right? That were good. Like, you know, she'd make me like dress up to go out to a restaurant with her or something like that. And there's a number of other things too. But just in general, she tried. Yeah, she did her best. Okay. My wife has been trying to make me a normal human being for 4 years, and it hasn't working yet. Have you tried dating a man? I wish I could, man. I really do. I think it'd be so much easier if I could date a guy. But the thing is, like, I see guys that are gay, and they're complaining about the same fucking bullshit that I am. So it's like the carpet is greener on the other side. Actually, it seems like they're both about brown. Yeah. So they have the same fucking problems. Because, like, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, oh, well, you know, you just have, like, you're gay, and then, you know, you just have your friend, and then, you know, you play Smash Brothers, and then you smash a boy, right? It is what it is. But that's not how it fucking works. Yeah, it's not how it fucking works, apparently. A lot of people try to change their partner to be a perfect human being instead of inspiring their partner to be better. A good person will bring out the best in you. I don't think people want to bring out the best in me. Okay? Look, I know everybody thinks that they're trying to help me out and trying to do good for me, everything like that. But truth is that I am a degenerate. I live like an animal. And despite being a popular streamer, there's not a lot of girls that want to deal with that. That's pretty much it. There's a reason why I have a 98 or 99% male audience. You gotta understand that. 98 or 99% male audience. That's way fucking higher than any normal person. It's not 100. No, Final Fantasy did do me like a favor. It doubled my female audience from being 1% to being probably 1.5 to 2. That's about it. All right, I'm gonna read it. Breast milk drinking, salad eating, WoW playing, one true king of screaming. R2 Gold, can you please stop typing it now? This is like the 15th time you've typed that. I think like you were using NMP emotes, which he's online right now. Just go watch him. Like using his emotes in my unpartnered fucking channel. You counted? It's a guess. It's probably an underestimate. Oh, Jannies just cannot help themselves. Removed whenever it had 1,000 upvotes and multiple rewards. What is this? So this person is trying to retroactively justify why the jailer is doing things, and then the WoW mods deleted it. Yeah, I think the mods for the r/WoW And this is the thing, right, is that he said, Rhett, it's a joke. Well, no, I understand what it is. I know it's a shitpost. I'm fully aware of it being a shitpost. I get that. And that's why WoW's dying. I think that they're Nazis. They're not Nazis. It's ridiculous. They're just... I think a lot of them are fanboys, and this is what happens with, like, Reddit mods. I think that Reddit mods are the embodiment of you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. I think that a lot of Reddit mods, whenever they first come and they first start being a mod, they really try to do a good job. They really try to help things out. But enough death threats through enough fucking morons messaging you because they didn't want you, because you deleted their post about how 1488 is your favorite number, and you're sick of reading these comments because it's fucking obvious what people are trying to do, and you delete them, and these people are going crazy on you, and this has been going on for 2 years. You just kind of get worn down. You just get worn down, and you get jaded, and it's just something that happens. It happens with streamers too. It happens with a lot of people. I think that's what happens with WoW mods. Also, like, you have to think that the WoW mods are people who love the game so much that they're being unpaid interns for it, effectively. So it would make sense. And yeah, that's, you guys see kind of what I'm saying? This power tripping due to having power for the first time in their life. Well, that's true, right? You've got, yeah, Walmart or McDonald's middle manager syndrome. Yeah, and that's just as bad, but I think it's something that affects people in a lot of ways. And you've seen this happen with 1480. I mean, it's a white power thing. 88 is the H is the 8th letter in the alphabet. 88, Hail Hitler. And then the 14 are like 14 words about white people preserving their race. So that's why the word, the number means what it does. Yeah, and so, yeah, again, guys, an expert in all things... in all things wrong in the world. Yeah, if there's any weird coded language that you want me to decode for you for like 8 different levels of internet language and lingo, I will figure it out. He knows about it. I know about all of it, man. Zoomers don't know about it? Yeah, I think a lot of people don't. Like, I thought my dad wouldn't know about it. My mom probably didn't know about it. Like, I don't think any of my friends would really know about it. Maybe Cody would, since he was in prison, right? There's like probably Aryan gangs there, maybe. But like, even then, like, I feel like it would be unlikely. Most people don't know about that. I only know about 1488 because Blizzard made up my battle tag. Jesus Christ. I feel like they should have like certain, like, they should have like certain battle tags that are just kind of like 9/11, 1488, probably just don't have those. Like, you can't random those numbers, you know what I mean? You just can't do it. The problem with like the WoW janitors and things like this is that you have like a multifaceted problem. You have people that are constantly bombarded by harassment. Their job involves primarily, like, think of like the dumb, all right, think of like this is the whole community, right? And you've got the most obnoxious, fucking spurgiest, just angry people, and this is like this little small circle. But really, the mods, that's what they're there to deal with. They're not there to deal with the whole other people that are just there to post about World of Warcraft. The mods are there to deal with the crazy people. So that's the people that they're thinking about. You see what I'm saying? Same as cops. Yeah, I think that like cops, you do have that happen. I think that there are cops that they go into the force and they have every best intention. They spend 10 years being jaded and having like escalation between like them and like civilians over and over and over, and then they turn into bad cops. I think that there should be like a quality analysis of cops like throughout the years, not just once. It's sad. Yeah, it's fucking sad because we got to rely on the cops, man. Like, you think like, oh, I don't need the cops. Yeah. You don't need them until you do. Well, I don't need the cops. I live in a gated community. Problem solved. Yeah, ACAB, bro. Yeah, it's fine. Listen, man. Yeah, cops have to deal with the same stuff, right? They've got to deal with the, they've got to deal with, like, pedophiles, right? They've got to deal with rape. They've got to deal with like murder and shit like that. Like, that's gonna fuck your head up, man. It will. And there's some guys that are able to deal with it and it's okay, and there's some guys that aren't, and it turns them into assholes. I don't know, man. Like, I think it's a huge problem, but like, again, you can't really ever solve a problem if you don't know where it's coming from. And if you don't understand the way another person thinks, then you can never truly be able to change their behavior, in my opinion. The cops don't stop anything. They only respond to it. That doesn't even help people. Cops help people all the time, man. Like, I'm not going to get into a discussion that's as disingenuous that the cops don't help anybody. I've seen cops help people multiple times, people of all races, before you want to play that card or anything like that. Cops are very helpful in many cases, and in many cases they're not. There are a lot of bad experiences people have with cops, and you can't be proactive with everything. Like, that's just what happens. Plenty of great cops. Yeah, there's plenty of good cops, and there's plenty of bad cops. I do prescribe to a certain degree of the good cops that don't do anything, make all cops bad because they're not doing anything about the bad ones. I think there is some validity to that too, but there's also a certain amount of learned helplessness whenever you're part of a larger system and you just can't change anything because you're just one little cog and you just can't make a difference. And I think that causes more of the disgruntlement. That causes more of the extremism. It's a huge problem, man. And like, there are so many different facets to it. And I think that it's just really oversimplified online in general. And I probably don't even understand 20% of it, but at least I try to. I think it's important to know what you don't know. I think it's equally important to know what you don't know as it is to know what you do know. Probably depends on where you're from. Very true. So either way, that's all I'm really trying to say is, like, people that have to deal with crazy people and assholes, right? It's a Nietzsche quote, right? What is it? Be careful staring, and be careful whenever you're fighting monsters that you do not become a monster yourself, because whenever you gaze into the abyss long enough, the abyss can gaze back into you. So it's very common. It's over 100 years old, this level of awareness, and this thing, like, it's very common. Okay, Berserk? Yeah, Berserk is what inspired Nietzsche, man. That's what it was.